Afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it may be, a good morning for you. I'm very thankful to have you today. So, we've been doing this Norms Church, or Church with Norm, and I've been wanting to do this for, I want to keep it consistent on Sundays, making sure that I'm posting on Sundays, and we're going to start this off with a random verse. As you can see, I'm going to flip through a random page, and the first one that is highlighted, we are going to stop on it. Boop, right here. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. This is Matthew 18:18. So, what's funny, as I was actually just thinking about this verse not too long ago. Binding what you have here on earth may also be bound in heaven. I don't know what this verse means. I've actually thought about it for quite some time. So, what are we binding here on earth? Well, are you sowing good deeds? Are you doing good things? Are you preparing and storing up for yourselves the gifts in heaven? Which, every day, what are you doing to sow those gifts? You were provided your daily bread, obviously, and what are you offering to the world every day? So, something minuscule I'd love to debate. I would love to, not debate, but be very transparent with you guys. Sin is very habitual. A lot of people fall into habitual sin, and these things, they tend to grow over time, right? What's the difference between the sins? I say they're all equal. I am not one to say they are all equal, but read your scriptures. I'm sure it is seen as all equal. Now, some people might argue morally that murder is worse than sexual sin. Well, maybe you're murdering with your eyes. You're killing someone that was supposed to be seen as innocent by viewing someone immorally. So, with that being said, there's that distinct value of sin kind of has equal weight. Yeah, I think it's all equal. I think all sin is sin. It is all dirty. So, how are we escaping habitual sin? I escape my habitual sin by the habits of me posting on social media, pulling out my camera, and trying to go outside, be in communion with people, gather 2 or 3 in His name, right? That's the way that I've figured out how to escape sin. Now, we're always going to fall. We're always going to fall short. But we have to realize, bro, this life is so fleeting. It's so fleeting. It's vapor. Bro, yesterday I was 8. I was 8 years old, and I was just living in the moment as a kid, right? And me living in the moment right now, being able to preach this to you guys, it is very fleeting. It really is. And so make sure you value every little aspect of your life. Make sure that you value every little time stamp. This little piece of time that you were sharing with me in this blip of existence for the rest of eternity, I'm so thankful. I'm thankful to have that. And I may be a small creator. So what? It's getting my message across. I'm going to be posting here on YouTube a whole lot more, and I want people to see my journey. A lot of my journey is traveling back and forth to St. Louis, staying hotel after again and again and again and again, But let's speak on something real. Something real is finances. A lot of people are struggling in the world. So look at your situation. If you were even able to be watching this on your phone, you're in a blessed position. You're in an extremely blessed position, whether that be on the TV or background noise. You're in a really good position. I would thank God for that, ultimately and definitely. Some more blessed than others. I've also realized the most holy people that I've ever met have less. And that hasn't been more true. I've seen people with less and less and less and less, and they've always given more praise. No matter how much they have, they're extremely abundant in their thought and the way that they think. thankful, thanksgiving. And that is a part of God's will, to remain in thanksgiving. So make sure we're remaining in that will, and try not to deceive yourselves and downplay the things that God has given you, because I tend to do that all the time. I'm like, well, I don't have this, or why am I going through this trial, or why do things take so long? Why is this happening in this section? You may never know, but it might all be answered one day. So on a self-help note, it's about you guys. This is Church with Norm, and I want to make sure that you guys, if you are struggling with bad things in your life, if you're really struggling, my advice to you, man, just dig in the Word. It's so easy to say dig in the Word, though. Just dig in the Word. Just look at the Word, right? But it's the little step that gets you to the Word, right? It might be this. It might be the watching of the video, and then, all right, maybe I will go pick up my Bible. If you are struggling, just pick, ask ChatGPT, man, what are some good, hopeful chapters that I can go to just reintroduce myself? Maybe you fell away from the faith. Dude, I know it talks about through testing of faith, it produces perseverance and builds that connection with God, right? I don't know why we always tend to minusculely fall away from the faith sometimes. And we're like, okay, well, maybe I can, kind of wish-wash this esoteric stuff with Christ. I don't think so. It's easy to mix those two things. So try not to mix those things, man. Stay true to the Word. Stay true to God. Stay true to yourself. Man, I love you. Just be active. Prayer, petition, love, thanksgiving, man. And that was a short Church with Norm. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.